stupid. They want you to think we're all crooked. We're not. It's Russia. The Russians and the Russians. The presidency is effectively a Russian op. Political hurricane is out there seeing for him. We'll call it Hurricane Vladimir. President possibly working for the Russians.
Oh,
Donald
China.
Trump has been a
The one
Russian
that's in there
intelligence
now
asset
is working for
since
China.
1987. What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I've ever heard. There's outright treason.
Yes.
There is no question. He has no idea.
Biden, he's going down.
There is a reason why Donald Trump fears Robert Mueller in front of the TV cameras with the nation's attention turned to him. Said it, it's called a coup d'etat, which is part of the. Just relax, take it easy, take your time, because really, come on, try getting it out. That's beyond my purview. I can't speak to that. You can't speak to that.
Folks, before we get crazy, I had to start today's podcast with a little bit of energy. Not the patriotism that we normally start with, folks, but we need to start today with some passion because, well, let's do what we always do. All right, because I got a lot of news to get to. I'm going to put this thing on because I'm going to bang it and, because I like to use my hands. I like to use my hands. Okay, so first of all, we're going to go to the Lord because that's what we always do. And today is February the 10th. And, I got to tell you guys, I'm tired too. I'm tired of holding that line. I'm tired. I'm still holding it, okay? I'm still holding it. As a matter of fact, as I touch this thing, I need to get a 1776 flag because that's what I'm praying that we go back to. But anyway, that's a whole nother story. Let's start off with today's Bible verse in God Calling, which is the reference to the reading. From the end of the earth, I will cry unto thee. When my heart is overwhelmed, lead me to the rock that is higher than I. Love that. Don't you love that when the Lord literally speaks to you like, hello. Yeah, you're tired. So was I. I created the earth in 7 days. In a week. I got tired too. So this is a blip in the radar. We're just anxious. And that's I'm going to show you right here what it says. See this? Can you see that? Trust, trust, trust. Trust the plan. I am your savior from sin's thralls, your savior from all the cares, all the troubles of life, your savior from disease. That was a God winks all the time. And I recognize that. So thank you, Lord, for that. I speak. I'm sorry. I giggle when I giggle. It's just hilarious to me when it's like disease. Boom. There it is. I hope that didn't wake up your kids if you're watching this on the computer. I speak to you all. I speak in all to you both. Look to me for salvation. Trust in me for help. Did not my servant of old say, all thy waves and thy billows are gone over me, but not all the waters of affliction could drown him. For of him was it true? He came down from above, he took me, he drew me out of many waters. The lifeline, the line of rescue, is the line from the soul to God, faith and power. It is a strong line, and no soul can be overwhelmed who is linked to me by it. Sorry, I'm not a very good public speaker. And there's my dog as well, letting me know that there's another dog outside. Sorry. Think of my trees stripped. Oh, wait. The lifeline of rescue is the lifeline from the soul to God, faith, and power. It is a strong line, and no soul can be overwhelmed who is linked by me to by it. Trust, trust, trust. Never be afraid. Think of my trees stripped of their beauty, pruned, cut, disfigured, bare. But through the dark, seemingly dead branches flows silently, secretly, the spirit life sap, till lo, with the sun of spring comes new life, leaves, bud, blossom, fruit. But oh, fruit 1,000 times better for the pruning. Remember that you are the hands of a master gardener who makes no mistakes about his pruning. I'm not listening to you, devil, trying to come through my dog. Jack, stop. Shh. Sorry. Stop. I only have 30 minutes here, dude. So yes, in spring comes new life, leaves, bud, blossom, fruit. But oh, fruit of 1,000 times better with pruning. So basically what that's saying is, folks, if you know that you've got this big, beautiful bush, but there's all these branches that are keeping it from growing. Kind of like our government, we need to weed out all the rhinos, which is why this is called the Rhino Removal Project podcast. So, this is how this is all going to tie together. Okay. Uh, Remember that you are in the hands of a master gardener. He makes no mistakes about his pruning. Rejoice. Joy is the spirit, or wait, joy is the spirit's reaching out to say, it's thanks to me. Meaning, usually, when trees grow, they grow up to the sky, that they reach for the light. Interesting, right? Joy is the spirit's reaching out to say, it's thanks to me. It is the new life sap of the tree reaching out to me to find such beautiful expression later. So never cease to rejoice. I'm rejoicing, even though there's lots of news to get to. And we're going to do that right after we say the Lord's Prayer, which is, and join in with me if you can, our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, power, and the glory forever. Amen. All right. First of all, shout out to Jeremy Harrell, my favorite hip hop patriot, the one and only hip hop patriot. Been following him for probably since after, maybe before the election. I think, but yeah, I've been probably following from him for about 6 months at least, possibly longer. Got some of his gear, today's gear. Unfortunately, this was some gear that was on Teespring, and we don't use Teespring anymore. And I'm hoping that he is successful with his lawsuit to bring against them, because they wanted to get rid of him for his Christian beliefs and his platform, which is, basically anybody that wants to tell the truth, like myself, we get, banned from Facebook. So here we go. MAGA, like a mofo, hip hop patriot. If you want to follow him, you can go on Telegram. You can follow him on YouTube until they, until the Nazis take him off. You can follow him at Jeremy R. Harrell, which is 2 R's and 2 L's, at Telegram, and he is a very big truth seeker. He's a little bit less buoyant or less passionate than I am, thinking that the president is still in charge, although I think he has to kind of keep it to a dull roar. I personally know that the president is still in charge, and that's what we're going to talk about today, because today is impeachment day again, because that's what we do, folks. If we're Democrats, we just impeach anybody that has R. We get rid of them. We silence them. We basically, not we, that I'm not saying we as speaking for us, but yes, Timmy, I'm speaking right into it. I always have to make sure that I tell Tim that I'm speaking into it, because he likes to give me But anyway, yes, impeachment day. How on earth can you? I mean, it's not like the Democrats follow the Constitution anyway. They want to change it. They want to completely change the way America's run. We want to go run on electric, which means we're going to have to find more coal than the Earth can produce. But let's go ahead and go everything electric. Here's my fear. And I'm just going to lay it out there. And it's just a personal opinion of mine because everybody keeps saying it can't happen. It won't happen. It can't happen. It won't happen. I want y'all to pray fervently. Okay. I need you all to pray fervently that the Dems, yes, don't buy 17 votes to impeach the president, because then he will literally be impeached, which is why they're impeaching him, because they know that resident Biden, or what do I want to call him? The thief in chief. Yeah, the thief in chief, 46. I don't want to put any kind of president name on him because, the left never gave President Trump that respect. So just like I keep telling all my Democratic friends, I'm going to afford your president the same respect that you afforded mine for the last 4 years. And I might dash a little bit of spice in it just because I'm so absolutely disgusted at our government. And I'm very emotional about this because, like I said, I pray that the Dems don't have enough money to buy those 17 senators off to impeach the president, because he is still the president, but he's not the president of what you guys consider this to be. That's why I need a 1776 flag. President Trump bankrupted the Corporation of the United States at 12:01 a.m. on January the 6th. Okay. And he did sign the Insurrection Act on January the 20th. And that is just what I have found through chatter. I share that with you because I see that through many different channels. If you'd like to fact check me, again, I'm so please go ahead. I really want to be proven wrong of all of this not so great news that I'm going to have to share with you today. So military is going to absolutely have to step in at some point. And luckily, the things that are brewing right now are where Michael Flynn, General Flynn's brother, okay, is actually the head of the Pacific military out there. So if you're seeing these fleets off in the distance out there in California and whatnot, that's because we're getting ready. Okay. Some good news. Some good news on those fronts about Biden not really being president. These 52 executive orders, 52, folks, in about 2 weeks. Has it been 2 weeks since he's been president? Maybe it's 3 now. In less than a month, which we've already gone over that whole deal with him working with Biden, okay, Biden, Biden. It's just so sickening to know how deep the swamp is. You look up at the sky and you go, how much more? When is it going to happen? And you think that it's going to happen on impeachment day. It's going to happen on February the 19th. Folks, I'm going to tell you something. I'm a bearer of truth. And I'm also believing, still that I am still believing that Donald Trump is still president. I don't think that he's going the route that everybody thinks he's going. I don't think that, I do believe that the military is in charge. Okay. But I think that this has all now been a cyber war. I want you to look at all of the resignations that have been happening. Okay. I think I said that in my last podcast, but I hope that you followed through with that and know that there's something going on behind the scenes. Because if you ever known President Trump, even though he's being impeached, a lot of people are saying, well, that's because he's being impeached and his lawyers have told him to shut up. That's true. They have told him to shut up and he's playing a lot of golf. That's because he's going to look so weak. And I mean, tattered and torn like that beautiful flag from 9/11 that, we all know who was responsible for that. That beautiful flag, he's going to look tattered and torn to the rest of the world, and then he is going to emerge victorious. And I don't know how that's going to happen just yet. Like I said, Trump has not Trump cards, he has Trump decks. Okay, he has Trump decks. So the judges are still. Let me refer to some notes here. Judges are still working with. We have federal appointed judges from Trump. Okay, so we have. Let's see. Let me see here. The second impeachment trial begins. Blah 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 blah. Sorry, I really wanted to have that ready for you. A Trump-appointed federal judge has extended the suspension of Joe Biden's illegal freeze on deportations of illegal aliens. This upholds the first judge's decision that was made after the great state of Texas sued the Biden administration. This is how we defeat the puppet in chief, folks. Okay? State by state, judge by judge. Together, we can minimize the damage until President Trump's return. Okay? Now, see, Jeremy won't really come out and actually say it. I will. I'm saying because, like I said, they're impeaching the man because they know he's still president. The media is lying to you. That's why people like me are here. Jeremy Harrell, Scott McKay, LT from And We Know, Dave from the X22 report, General McInerney, all these people on Telegram. There's people out there, Q-tips, Follow the True Great Awakening, the picture with John Jr., okay? There's all kinds of information. I'm just pulling certain things that I find interesting and things that we have to be made known to. We need to be made aware, and then we need to figure out what to do about it. Okay? We have to somehow step in. I can sit here and talk behind this microphone all day long. We can go and wave flags. But what we need to do, folks, and that's why we're here at wearetrump.net, we need to have the information ready for you to contact all these senators and congressmen and tell them that you are super pissed. And the main thing that you need to start with is get rid of Dominion voting machines. Get rid of them. We need to have a universal, and again, I'm still repeating, past podcast information because I have to do that. Not everybody has looked at all of my podcasts, but so I need to give you bullet points in certain areas. You guys need to go and contact these people. Contact Marco Rubio, for crying out loud. That's what I need to remind everybody to do every single morning. You need to send him a message, a voicemail, send him an email on his congressional website. Call his office up there in Washington, D.C. in that swamp infested, that awful place. Call these people. Reach out to these people, because if you're asking what you can do, this is what you can do. This is what you can do. We have got to get these swamp rats out of office. We need people like Marjorie Taylor Greene. Not that we're going to agree with every single thing that they do, single thing that they have said, everything that they've done, but we need to get behind people like that. We need to find people that can run against the Liz Cheneys, the Ben Sasses, all of these people that are completely destroying our Constitution, which I think it's, they've already done it, especially with these executive orders and all of this. I'm serious, you guys. Can you imagine if George Washington was alive today and they were talking about things like women and men can compete in each other's sports? Come on. You're appeasing 3% of the population in the United States, and you've pissed off 97% of the rest of us. Okay? This is ridiculous. Why can't, I'm sorry. When I watched the Super Bowl the other day, I felt, like, okay, here comes another white shaming video. Sorry, said it, not sorry. Not sorry I said it. I'm not sorry that I said it. I'm tired of people being quiet about this stuff. Okay? You're talking about blacks not having the same rights that we do. Give me a break. That's ridiculous. I'm serious. If you look at the commercials, whites are becoming the minority. Okay. I'm sorry to say that. And if you disagree with me, go ahead and disagree with me. Go ahead and blast me. I don't care. I am still an American and allowed to have an opinion. Moving right along. Cuomo's in trouble. Why is Cuomo in trouble? Because even his cronies on his side, they are so pissed off. They are so angry at how he has treated this coronavirus pandemic. And they are now realizing that he is responsible for twice as many deaths as he's been reporting. Even though, if you look at people that have died from the actual coronavirus, you'll see that it's actually 57,000 people that have actually died from the coronavirus itself. Everybody else has died from old age. They would have died from the flu. They would have died from the freaking cold. They would have died from something like old age. And they just happened to drink one of the poisoned watering holes that are, continuing on with this pandemic, because that's exactly what it is. I walk around without a mask, and you'd think I would, if as deadly as this disease is, I would have caught this crap 17 times over. Okay. But I haven't. The only thing that I do, like I said, I'll sit here and I'll make Trump masks only because I'm not messing up my hair, which, yes, I styled it differently today. I'm sure you guys are noticing that. I style it very different ways. I can hide if I don't want to show that I'm shaved on both sides, but that's my hair, and that's something else that we can talk about later on a whole nother podcast that doesn't have to do with politics. But yeah, Cuomo's in a bunch of trouble. He is, I don't know what's going to happen to him, of course, because we look at things like, John Sullivan from Black Lives Matter, and he was supposed to be in trouble for creating a Twitter account or a fake Facebook or a fake YouTube account so that he can continue to have the Black Lives Matter movements, which, a lot of people have asked me, hey, Cindy, do you really think that Trump, don't you think that Trump is responsible for all of this rhetoric? No, I don't. But I'll tell you who I know is responsible for it. Go to antifa.com right now, and guess where it redirects you to? I'm not going to tell you. You can find out on your own. Just like I'm giving you all kinds of drops, you can go ahead and duck go me, and you can fact check me all you want. Please do. I'm like I said, I like having a healthy argument. I like having a healthy argument. I'm not going to have somebody sit here and tell me how crazy I am for still, still supporting the president of the United States, which is actually Donald J. Trump. And all of that, is going to come out here sooner rather than later. Let's see what else I can bring to you. I just took my glasses off and I can't see without them, but yeah, because I'm old. I had a great time yesterday. I went out. I went out with my partner in crime, my very dear friend, and her significant other to one of our favorite restaurants up in New Smyrna Beach at the Garlic. If you've never been there before, I highly recommend that. So free shout out to you there, Garlic. Thanks for having some of the best food we've had in a long time and giving us some hope. Or giving us some fun to have together, because all that's going on in the world today, it's nice to step out of this. Another one that came through about an hour ago. This is 14 states are threatening lawsuits against President Biden for his executive order to cancel the Keystone Pipeline because it will destroy their economy. Even Canada is suing the administration, and Canada never fights with anyone. Never, especially us. Why would they fight with us? They make billions of dollars off of us through tourism and, taxes and all that kind of crap and trade. Why would they fight with us? Even Canada is saying the administration, Canada never fights with anyone. His time at the White House is starting to unravel, and sooner rather than later, nobody will comply with anything that this this corn pop does. Gosh, I love you, Jeremy. He's really funny. He can be so funny without saying one swear word. He doesn't say not one swear word at all, and he can really put it to you. Some more interesting information. Yeah. Oh, back to Cuomo. Let me read that for you. Even Democrats are sick of Feddo's older brother, Andrew Cuomo. That's what you get when you carelessly kill the elderly. So there's a New York Post article here. You can find it at the NewYorkPost.com. It says New York Democrats holding Cuomo accountable over nursing home deaths. A group of state Democrats, fed up with Governor Andrew Cuomo handling his nursing home pandemic, advanced bills on Tuesday that would bolster accountability and oversight of the facilities as well as the state health department. You know, y'all, do you remember the fact that he actually had the comfort out there? Trump sent it to him. President Trump, excuse me. He deserves that respect. President Trump sent the state of New York and Andrew Cuomo the care, the comfort, and let it set there empty. And this man is now responsible for even more deaths than what was it? I can't even remember. Is it 35,000, 40,000, something like that? All these numbers, I have a hard time keeping them straight. A shout out to my husband. Got me some beautiful mother of opal earrings yesterday for my birthday, so I'm sporting them today. Thank you, my love. Love you more every day as well. Tesla. This is so incredible. Tesla, Elon, smart guy. Okay. He's taking Bitcoin for payment. Anybody want to fact check for that for me? I found that on General McInerney's Telegram. Why not? Because I'm here to tell you something, folks. I don't want to scare you. I just want to prepare you. Okay. If you haven't seen what's gone on with GameStop and with the Robinhood app and the fact that, some very smart people, some kids, okay, became millionaires overnight on paper and, pretty much thwarted some incredible gains on the stock market in their favor on GameStop stock. I can't get into it and explain it. I really, honestly, I don't understand it. It's kind of like hedge funds. They don't have enough hedge funds to cover the paper, and the papers. People that understand that. I do. I don't. But I do know that they have really opened up people's eyes, along with President Trump, about how crooked the stock market really is and how manipulated it is easily, and how you can, with the stroke of a pen, you can make things just completely fall apart. Or you can make things with just a press of a button go heavily in your favor. And I mean heavily to the tune of millions. Okay. So with that being said, I would get your money out of the stock market. I'd get it out of your 401ks. I think it's getting ready to, this is just my opinion. I don't have any kind of, raining out there for a second. I don't have any kind of financial advice that I could give you in that realm. I'm just kind of telling you what I think might be happening. But for safety's sake, that you can take it out for 90 days and then you can put it back. You can diversify it. I personally would take it out and buy precious metals. I would buy things like bars of gold and silver, especially silver, before you can't get it anymore because it's in very, very high demand right now. So that's my advice on that financially. Just simply because, like I just said, sometimes when you see that you have all of this on paper, it's not necessarily backed up by money. Okay, it's backed up by lies and crooks who rob Peter to pay Paul, and they lie about their income, and they lie about, you know, whatever else they want to lie about. Okay, it's really hard to tell who you can trust right now. It's a Even my husband was saying the other night, he was like, you know, I just gotta tell you, just everything just seems so weird right now. Everything seems so weird. And you're right, everything seems weird, and it's probably, you know, it's probably I'm hoping that it's the calm before the storm, because like I said, guys, I would have been curled up in a ball if I really thought that President Trump would have actually walked away from us like that. There's no way. He would, if he really would have walked away, he would have gone gung ho. Okay. And now I've just seen come across that Raffensperger. Okay. Hold on, where did that go? It's on WDVO right now. Raffensperger in Georgia, he wants President Trump investigated criminally for asking him to find votes. Folks, we have got to stop this, and it has got to stop at the state level. Okay? I don't care what you do. I don't care if all you do is send them something in the mail every day, email versus snail mail. If you call them, I don't care what you do to get these people's attention, because again, all of this fraud happened at the state level, and the top people are covering it up for the state level because it's such the biggest coup d'etat that, I mean, poor Mike Pence, excuse me, close your eyes if you're offended by stuff. Poor Mike Pence, you know, he waited so long for President Trump to be impeached, and he never got it. And now he's going to run against him in 2024. I think I spoke about that, or he's going to run for president in 2024. There's a rumor about that. So yes, either send them some information, or send them some information about like how you're going to vote them out, how you're going to figure out a way for them to lose power and to get somebody that rightfully represents you as the person in the, you know, the people in Florida, Georgia, Arizona, all of the swing states that were, you know, you want someone to represent you, not them, because they're doing exactly what they want. Oh, they're treating us like children, like, well, we're your parents and we know what's best for you. So we're like Liz Cheney, 58-6 want to get her gone. What? 58-6, or I mean, it's like the most ridiculous. It's not even a double digit number. They want her censured, and also they want her to resign. And she's like, no, I'm not resigning. I don't care what the people want. That, my friends, is why we have created this website. That's why I make these podcasts. You have got to do your part as a patriot. You have got to do your part, not necessarily as a Trump lover, but a lover of the Constitution and a lover of this country. I mean, you don't have to like Trump as a person. I know his heart. I don't know him personally, but I know of people that do know him personally, and they've told me stories about him, and he is a really, really cool guy. Really cool guy. And I would be honored and blessed to meet him or any member of his family. Again, I'd like to run with Ivanka. That would be fun. I could do a lot of things for her. But yeah, I want you guys to do your part. I need you all to do your part. You need to do your part for the country. You're not, okay, let's say you're not old enough or you're just not capable of joining the military. A lot of people are like, I'm just going to join the military and I'm going to fight for this. Well, unfortunately, you're going to, you know, if people like Biden get in, actually, you're going to have to listen to people like that. Okay, that's what sucks. Okay, but Trump is the one that's calling all these shots. He's given Biden just a little bit to make him feel like he's president, and Kamala is vice president. I wonder if she's moved in. Can anybody tell me if she's moved into the vice president's mansion yet? She needed to fumigate it to get rid of Pence, and I would do the same thing if I were her, but she's also going to need to be fumigated after that. But anyway, I digress. What you need to do is you need to do your part. You need to write, call, contact. You need to make your voice heard. You've got to do everything you can to make sure that we find a universal. We've got to find people and get these rhinos out. We've got to find people that are going to stick to the Constitution of the United States. It's not something that we can rewrite. We've amended it 9 billion times, okay, to make it whatever, more constitutional. But I'm sorry, there's just the country that we know, and this is what they thought was going to happen when President Trump got in there. This is what the left thought was going to happen. And it started changing for the better, and they just still had to hate him. But you need to contact your senators. You need to call them and you need to tell them that you work for me, not yourself. You don't have that title because we want you to fly around in airplanes and say, oh, Senator Rubio did this and Senator Rubio did that. I know what you're doing right now, and I am doing everything I can to find somebody to run against you, whether it's Ivanka Trump or whether it's the janitor at a high school. I don't really care. Anybody to get you out of there, because you are a rhino. You are you're a rhino and you need to go. All these rhinos have got to go, because this is not the Republican Party. I'm tired of all of these people that are milk toast. Just sorry, Scott, I used your, because I swear and I'm trying not to swear anymore. So I'm trying to use other people's analogies so that I don't call them what I really want to call them, what they really are. And what they are is traitors, folks. They're traitors to the American. I mean, I can't have a conversation with a Democrat. I can't. You guys support this? If this was happening to Biden, I wouldn't support this. I really wouldn't. I would not. But he needs to be impeached for his phone call and his crap that he did with Ukraine, which is what Marjorie Taylor Greene's brought up impeachment charges for him on him for. I can't speak because I've gone way over time, and it's about time that I cut this off. But I want you guys. I need you guys to do your part. Okay, get off this podcast. Go to the website wearetrump.net. Find your state and contact these people. Let them know how absolutely pissed you are. And yes, I said pissed because that's what we are. We, the American people, we, the people, are pissed. And we're tired of tolerating this crap. I'm sick of this. We have no voice at all right now. And not only do we not have a voice, what little voice that we have left, they're censoring that. We have to fight, folks. We can't let this happen. This is like communist China. This is communism. And I'm not for it. And neither are you. All right. So on that note, I'm going to bid you adieu. I'm going to wish you a great hump day. It's Wednesday, the February the 10th. And I'm going to try and come to you as much as I can with as much information as I can. But again, I invite you to find your own sources. I really, have given out several links that, can give you more information than I can in what I've done in almost an hour. So, please go and fact check me and, write to me at CP as in Paul Groove, like GROOVE, Guru, GURU, at gmail.com. CP Groove Guru at gmail.com. That's my old podcast that used to be, how to get your groove back. But my passion, I have found is actually with here carrying on the MAGA movement, because we can't let this movement die. Whether President Trump comes back or not, folks, which I'm, I'm anxiously, faithfully waiting to see what happens. Okay. I just pray every day, and I invite you to do the same. I think you guys need to pray for, for President Trump's protection, for all the digital warriors out there that are trying to get to the truth and share it with you. We put a target on ourselves, and we gladly do it because the truth is much more important than fiction. And it's stranger than fiction right now. But that's what a lot of people would say. Just let me see if I can't share something with you. I'm going to bring this up. And I'm going to share that, I think. I don't know if it's going to let me do it. Oh, yeah, it did. Look at that. So let me share this screen with you. Share screen. Which one do I want? This one. How about this? This guy. See this? Trust the man. I miss him too. I get emotional when I look at pictures of him. I'm sad for what he goes through. But who else could do it? Okay? Who else could do it? Who else could tolerate the crap that this man has gone through? Only Jesus was humiliated and tortured more than this one man, which they continue to go after. So again, do your part. Do your part. If you really want things to change, please do your part. Please contact your senators and your congressmen, your representatives. And I know that it takes time. A lot of you are working from home, okay? A lot of you are working from home and have time to do this. When your kids are down for a nap, please, I beg you to help me, help us, help the patriots, okay? Help the patriots. Remove the rhinos and save the country, okay? This has been Cindy Page with the Rhino Removal Project. Head up, shoulders back, and keep praying. Because again, the best is yet to come. Promises made, promises kept. Love y'all. Cheers.